Hey, what's up, Dynasty owners? Jay Pounds here. We got another rebuild video for you guys. And as you guys know, the last few weeks we've been doing the buy, sell, hold, hitting up all of the AFC divisions. And this week we got one last AFC division with the AFC East. I've been having a lot of fun with this. It's kind of a little bit of a change of pace. I get to focus more on players rather than strategies here. And it just kind of lets me get a little bit of a take on everybody, and I've really been enjoying it. If you're a new user coming across this video, make sure you guys are checking out our website, dynastyowner.com, app.dynastyowner.com, or the app in the App Store and on iPhone, and on Android and iPhone. The game is a lot of fun. Like I said, if you're just coming across it, I'm not too sure how you're finding this video, but I'm glad you did, and you should definitely check it out. And I feel like you're really gonna enjoy it. Make sure you guys hit the like button. May actually go ahead and smash the like button. Make sure you guys are hitting the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed, and make sure you hit that notification bell because it'll let you know when we post videos like this. You don't want to miss my pretty face. You don't want to miss Steve or Matt the Jerk either. We all got great content coming at you. Got some well thought articles and things of that nature coming to you. And make sure you guys are liking their videos as well. Also, make sure you guys just say hi, even something in the chat. It don't matter what it is, but it helps. If you guys are wanting to help and support Dynasty Owner, that's those little things go a long way. But without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and get into things. Actually, I apologize if I'm a little short on energy. It's been a long week, as you see in the background here. Been building a computer on top of a 70-hour work week, so it's been interesting. We'll just put it that way. And then I got all you guys to take care of as well, and you guys are definitely my favorite part of it. I'm not gonna lie. By far my favorite part of it. But no, for with all seriousness, thank you guys for watching it, and I really appreciate it. But without further ado, now let's go ahead and get right into it. I'm going to share my article like we have been. Let's get the ugly big screen out of there and go ahead and split that up a little bit. Hopefully let me scoot over so that's not blinding you guys. I don't have the programs or anything downloaded yet to kind of I forget the word I'm looking for. Dim that down a little bit. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into things here. First player we got buy, or first category we got. Sorry, the buy. As I said, it's the same thing as the last few weeks. The buy players are players that are basically young. They're going to be in their prime by the time you get to them, and or by the time your team is ready to win championships, they're going to be in their prime, and hopefully they come cheap, but some will not. First, we got Buffalo Bills players. Gabriel Davis, 3 years, basically $1 million. I have not been shy at all about how I feel on Gabriel Davis this offseason. I love this dude. I don't know. Something about him tells me that he's about to have a huge year. Opposite of Stephon Diggs for a full season now, and I just think he's about to reap a lot of benefits in that Buffalo Bills offense, and I think people are sleeping on him, honestly. Yes, Cole Beasley is still there. Yes, they brought in Emmanuel Sanders. Yes, they do have Stephon Diggs, which I think benefits Gabriel Davis. It kind of takes him away from being in the being double covered and things of that nature. But I just think it's going to be an exciting year for Davis. And if you can get him, go out and get him. If he's a little bit overpriced, I think he'll be worth it. I would pay a second all day long for Gabriel Davis right now, and that's just how high I am on him. After that, the only buy we got a lot of holds. I think it was in this one. We'll see as we get going here. The Miami Dolphins, Tua Tagovailoa. Uh, 2020 was disappointing for Tua. You know, we were, well, I don't know who I'm meaning with we here, but most people were expecting him to have a big year. You know, he was the clear cut number one quarterback of this class, and then Joe Burrow happened, and he wasn't. So you know, there is a ton of talent there. There is a ton of potential there. I personally think he'll be all right this year. I don't think he's going to ever be a superstar per se, but I do think he's going to be a solid NFL quarterback, and that's probably just me looking at things in hindsight like I always do. I just, you know, I like to see people succeed. Tua seems like a very nice kid. You know, just somebody I would like to see do well. After that, we have Salvan Ahmed. You probably won't find a bigger Ahmed truther than I am. I've enjoyed watching this kid since he was in college at Washington. He runs with a purpose. He runs vicious. He reminds me of Ronald Jones, but he can catch the ball. Um, you got to take shots at Ronald Jones when you can. I can't believe that dude can't catch. As well, he looks horrible at catching. He's caught a few passes in his day. Don't get me wrong, but man, are they ugly. But anyway, Ahmed, you know, he stepped in for Gaskin this past season, and he looked good doing it. He showed an all around game. You know, showed that he can be a work all around game, like he's a football or a basketball player. He showed he can be a workhorse running back, and I think that's gonna help him out going forward. I do say in this article, it seems like the Miami Dolphins running back room is a bit redundant. So it could even lead to somebody like Ahmed, who is a tremendous talent. Not, you know, he's not a world beater or anything like that, but he is a good, solid running back, and it may lead to him getting cut. But I would imagine they cut somebody like a Malcolm Brown before they cut Salvan Ahmed. But I'm not sure how Brown's contract is worded or anything like that. After Ahmed, we got Preston Williams. We have all heard a lot about Preston Williams. He was supposed to be the next big thing. Blah blah blah. No, not really. He was. You know, he's undrafted. Why am I having a brain fart there? Undrafted. And he came out and looked really really good. And then he gets hurt last year. So right now you can really pick up Preston Williams. Significantly cheaper than you could have last year, almost next to nothing. And at his salary, if he blows up, you can trade him to a contender and just kind of, you know, find a contender that's strapped for cash and hold him ransom. Oh man, you could get so much out of Preston Williams in that scenario. But he's a definite buy. You're buying him and just hope he hits. Really, he's somebody that you can hold on for the long term if you don't feel like trading him. But that salary is just beautiful. That would look good on anybody's roster if he is productive. So you will not fall short of trade partners. After that, we got Jalen Waddle, 4 years, 6.7. There's not a whole lot to say about this kid. He was drafted, seventh pick in the draft, speedster. But he's also a good route runner. He can do the underneath stuff. He's not just going to run go routes or anything like that. Tua, I guess technically handpicked this guy, so I guess I'm all in on Waddle. You know, if you're getting handpicked over by your quarterback, he sees something in you, and not to mention they played with each other, and he picked him over Devonta Smith, so we know who Tua likes out of the two. After that, we got Lynn Bowden. He came into the NFL a Raider and a running back, and now he's a Dolphin and a receiver. He lasted about 12 minutes in a Raiders uniform, and they inexplicably traded him after drafting him. This is one of the weirdest things I think I've ever seen in the NFL, and the NFL does some really really weird stuff. So that's saying a lot. But after that, we have Hunter Long, 4 years, 1.2 million. A lot of talk about Gesicki in Miami, and personally, I was listening to a podcast earlier, and they had mentioned that if Mike Gesicki is viewed as this savior or whatever you want to call it in the Dolphins' eyes, why are they drafting Hunter Long in the third round? And I've kind of had those thoughts as well, and it really adds up. They're not going to extend Mike Gesicki. That's all there is to it. It's pretty clear cut at that point when they're spending that kind of draft capital on Hunter Long. So, just go out and get Hunter Long and then and hold on to him for a while, and he'll be the starter by next year. I'm telling you. After that, we got Jared Dokes. He is the one running back in a Miami Dolphins uniform that just isn't redundant with the rest of the talent in the back in the room. He could be a goal line back. He's a big, powerful back. We'll see if he makes the roster. He's a seventh rounder, but then again, they love their seventh rounders. Look at Myles Gaskin. After that, we got the New England Patriots. Mac Jones, 4 years, $3.8 million. It's not going to be long before Mac Jones is starting. Cam Newton was horrible last year. I don't expect him to be much better this year. That being said, if Cam Newton does come out and ball out, it will be a little bit until we see Mac Jones. I don't think that happens. I think we see Mac Jones probably week 2, week 3 at the latest. That's probably pushing it. It's probably more like week 5, but I don't see it. I don't see the Patriots keeping Jones out of any type of playing time, especially if Cam's struggling a little bit. After that, we have Ramondre Stevenson. He's a rookie. He's in the New England backfield. That's tough to swallow. But as I said, he's a rookie. Rookie running backs are valuable. He could come in and just completely dominate everything and be the starter. Then again, so could Damian Harris, James White, or Sony Michel. But Ramondre Stevenson seems to have probably the most upside in the backfield just because he is a rookie and we don't quite know what he is yet. So that's who I'm buying in that backfield. After that, we have N'Keal Harry. N'Keal Harry. I always want to say Harry when I say his last name because of his first name. I don't know why, but N'Keal Harry is 2 years, $2.5 million. He has been nothing but disappointing since he stepped foot in Foxborough. I don't know why. Cam Newton doesn't mind throwing jump balls. I mean, look, he played with Kelvin Benjamin for a while. That dude wasn't outrunning anybody. So it just that talent kind of fits together, and still nothing happened. Mac Jones might be able to bring out a little bit N'Keal Harry, but as accurate and smart as Mac Jones is, I just don't see him throwing any jump balls to somebody like N'Keal Harry. After that, we have Jacoby Myers. He was fantastic in the back half of last year. If he can come into 2021 and pick up what he was doing the back half of last year, he is going to have a fantastic season and at worst be a starter on your bench every single week. Sounds so weird saying that, doesn't it? He's going to be a starter on your bench. How does that work out, huh? Yeah, you ain't played Dynasty under them. Greatest fantasy football platform on earth. After that, we have Zach Wilson for the New York Jets. 4 years, $8.7 million. I'm probably just a Wilson hater because I feel like Justin Fields should have been the second quarterback pick, even though I'm glad he did not go to the Jets because it probably would have ruined him. So they ruined Zach Wilson instead. But nonetheless, Zach Wilson is a New York Jet. He is somebody you should buy if you can find somebody like me that has Zach Wilson on their roster. I don't know why that would be the case, but weird things happen all the time. So if you can find that, go buy him cheap and reap the rewards. After that, we have Michael Carter. Michael Carter played his college ball at UNC, and his teammate was Javonte Williams. His teammates now are Tevin Coleman and LaMichael Pirine. Nowhere near what Javonte Williams is. Michael Carter will be the starter. Even though, that rhyme, Michael Carter will be the starter. Somebody make a song. But even though what I'm about to say here about LaMichael Pirine, I strongly feel Michael Carter will be the starter. That being said, yes, you should still buy LaMichael Pirine. No, I don't think you should go out and buy both of them, but get one of them because one of them will be the starter. Somebody's got to run the ball there. Yes, it's probably going to be Michael Carter, but if you can get LaMichael Pirine, next to nothing, and it turns out he is a starter, you're going to get a lot for him because the running back position is ugly this year. Keep that in mind. This is the thing that people want to talk about 3 years, 3 years, 3 years. Anybody that's very, very good or savvy at rebuilding does little things like buy LaMichael Pirine. When he starts, you turn him into a high second. You can't really predict draft picks, but you turn him into a second or a first or something. To a team that needs a running back, and that's just how it goes, and that's how you speed things up. Take stupid little chances like LaMichael Pirine and capitalize on them when they hit. After that, we have Denzel Mims, 3 years, 1.3 million. He played a ton his rookie year. Didn't put up much numbers wise, but he was on the field a lot. That means they trust him. That means he's probably going to be on the field a lot again. Though their running or their receiving room is crowded this year with Keelan Cole, Corey Davis, Denzel Mims, Jamison Crowder, Braxton Berrios. It's crowded. It went from that team went from zero talent to not looking horrible. After that, we got Chris Herndon. I had typed this a few days before doing the video or editing the article, obviously, and I had come across literally probably 30 minutes before I started editing the article. I came across something that said, okay, I got my tongue. That said Herndon is running with the twos instead of the ones. If that's true, he's no longer a buy; he's a sell. If he is working with the ones, he's going to come cheap. It's worth a shot. But if he's working with the twos, it's game over for Chris Herndon at this point. He's going to need to move somewhere and hope it works out. After that, we got the sell players. Buffalo Bills, Josh Allen, 1 year, 5.2 million. The only reason he is on this sell list is because he's getting a new contract next year and he's about to ball out this year. You find a contending owner that is willing to mortgage their future because they think they're a quarterback away from winning a championship, and you sell them Josh Allen, and you just swim in draft picks. It's you. Yes, you can easily get away with keeping Josh Allen for your long-term quarterback. You're going to have to work around the cap and all that stuff, but it is easily doable. It can happen no problem, but I think, like I said, be savvy. Trade them, turn them into 9 draft picks or something stupid, and then build your team around the multiple picks instead of the one player. After that, we got Stephon Diggs, 3 years, 14.4 million. The only reason Diggs is a sell here is because of his age. Usually, rebuilds take 2 to 3 years. In 2 to 3 years, Diggs is going to be out of his prime or at the very end of his prime, and that's not what you want. You want players going into their prime the same time you're ready to start competing. After that, we have Cole Beasley, 2 years, 7.2 million. I'm not sure if you guys see the little flickering or whatever it is. It's something weird going on my screen that I'm sharing. So if you do, I apologize. After that, we got Cole Beasley, 2 years, 7.2 million. I like the toughness, the consistency, all of that stuff about Cole Beasley, but I just think he's starting to get old. We're going to start to see a decline. It may not happen in 2021, but it will happen shortly after if it doesn't in 2021. I'm getting rid of him now, getting what you can. He's talked about retiring over the vaccine and things like that. So just get what you can out of him, basically. After Cole Beasley, we got Emmanuel Sanders, 1 year, 6 million. Um, I said it with Gabriel Davis. I just love the kid, and I might have a bias here because I just don't see it anymore with Sanders. He had a solid year last year with the Saints. Don't get me wrong, but you could tell he was aging a little bit, and I'm just at this point I'm selling Sanders for whatever I can get. The Miami Dolphins. We have Myles Gaskin, 2 years, 651. He is somebody that you could probably keep, but I would not recommend it. I don't see him as a long term starter in the NFL. He's somebody that's for a win now owner, and there's some people that will pay up for somebody at his contract. I'm telling you. So go ahead and get rid of him and just kind of to sit on the draft picks for a little while. You're rebuilding anyway. That's what you're supposed to do. After that, we got Will Fuller, 1 year, 10.6 million. Man, they paid him after a suspension. That is crazy. Um, I've never been a big Will Fuller guy, and then last year he starts tearing it up, and it just kind of was eating at me because I didn't draft him anywhere. And then, bam, the suspension. It's like, oh, that makes sense. He was healthy because he was on steroids. If for some reason that's not the case, he's probably a buy, but I highly doubt that's the case. Get rid of the guy. After that, we got Mike Gesicki. I'm gonna try to speed it up here, guys. Going on 20 minutes, and I'm getting tired. We got Mike Gesicki, 1 year, 1.6. I talked about this with Hunter Long. If they were gonna extend Gesicki, if he was the long-term starter, if they viewed him as the long-term starter, Hunter Long wouldn't have got drafted in the third round. Go ahead and sell Gesicki while he's still a starter. After that, we got New England Patriots, Cam Newton. This is pretty self-explanatory. We've seen how Cam Newton played last year. The only reason people are buying him is because he's going to start for a little while. Maybe you find somebody that believes he is going to start all year, and you get a little bit more out of that, more value out of that from that owner than you would from from most owners. So just kind of play around with it, but definitely get rid of Cam Newton probably before the season starts would be the safe play. After that, we got Damian Harris, 2 years, 900,000. It's just not a backfield I want to be a part of. Yeah, Damian Harris looked good last year. He doesn't catch the ball well. It's just a one trick pony, I guess you can call it, and it's just not something I want to be a part of. Find somebody that's high on him and sell, and that's just kind of how I feel on Damian Harris. After that, we got James White, 1 year, 2.4 million. I'm not too sure anybody's buying James White at this point. If they are, go ahead and sell him. If not, you probably just hold on to him, I guess, for a little while and see what happens. After that, we got Sony Michel. You can call. Yeah. Excuse me. Holy cow. You can call Sony Michel buy, sell, or hold. Right now, I got him as a sell just because there's a lot of chatter about him going to the Rams. Kind of want to capitalize on that if you can. You probably won't be able to, but good luck. After that, we got Kendrick Bourne, 3 years, 5 million. He was nothing but average in San Francisco last year, and I don't see him being anything more than that this year. And he's a little pricey for average, in my opinion. After that, we got Nelson Aguilar, 2 years, 11 million. I was really, really hoping he would stay with the Raiders, and then he just didn't. And now he's stuck with the Patriots with Cam Newton. Oh man, I'm getting tired of forgetting names here. Mac Jones. Once Mac Jones becomes the starter, Aguilar, he might be able to replicate what he did last year. I'm going to do the next two in a group here with Jonnu Smith and Hunter Henry. It just blows my mind. You signed two $12.5 million tight ends. Maybe for the franchise it's smart, but for us fantasy owners it sucks. The tight end landscape sucks as it is, and now you just basically take Jonnu Smith and Hunter Henry and cancel each. They cancel each other's upside out basically, and now we're left with that. After that, we got the Jets. Corey Davis, 4 years, $12.5 million. Not a fan of Davis at this price tag. I love Davis coming out of Central Michigan. Love Davis with the Titans. Really, really would have loved to see him do well every year. Glad he finally did have a good year. Glad he got paid. Just too much for me in a crowded Jets wide receiver room. After that, we got Jamison Crowder, 1 year, $9.5 million. He's been a target monster his whole career, but he was forced to restructure his deal. He's in a crowded receiving room. He may end up being the odd man out. It's hard telling. After that, we got Keelan Cole, 1 year, $5.5 million. Excuse me. Keelan Cole had a great year last year with Jacksonville. Again, crowded receiving room. It's hard telling what any of these guys are going to do. It's hard telling what this coaching staff is going to favor, and we'll just have to wait and see how it plays out. After that, we got the holds. Mitch Trubisky. I hear Mitch Trubisky and giggle. Go ahead, it's okay. But I have him on here just in case Josh Allen gets hurt. Josh Allen likes to run the ball. Running quarterbacks tend to get hurt more often. So go ahead and, just get Mitchell Trubisky. And when if Josh Allen goes down and Trubisky becomes a starter for, let's say, the last 8 games or something, bam, you just got a piece of gold sitting on your roster. The next two I'm going to do together like I did with Jonnu and Henry. We got Zach Moss and Devin Singletary, both underwhelmed big time last year. I think both of them have potential to be solid running backs, and I do feel we will see one of them emerge big time this year. We may even see a 1,000-yard rusher. You never know. After that, we got Dawson Knox. I was looking for him to take a big step last year, and he went the wrong direction. He took a step backwards instead of forwards. Never a good thing, coming from a freshman to a sophomore, especially as a tight end, and it's just something I'm staying away from. After that, we got the Miami Dolphins, Jacoby Brissett. Like I said, Tua struggled last year, so why not take his backup? And if he struggles again, bam, you got a free starter. And you get, especially in Dynasty owner where quarterbacks are gold. That's big time. You trade Brissett to a veteran or a contending owner who needs a quarterback, and bam, you get a couple first round draft picks probably. After that, we got Malcolm Brown, 1 year, $1.7 million. I hear this all the time about Malcolm Brown, and I agree. He's just a guy. He is just a guy. Yes, he can step in. Yes, he's a nice veteran presence in the backfield, but I see Ahmed and Gaskin doing their thing. After that, we got nobody for the New England Patriots, and then one man for the New York Jets, which is Tevin Coleman, 1 year, $1.1 million. I'm not going to spend much time at all talking about Tevin Coleman because it's pointless. We know exactly what he is. We know he's not going to be the starter. You can hold him if you want. I would get rid of him. I should have did a cut list just for Tevin Coleman, and I missed a funny opportunity, but that's okay. Like I said, guys, make sure you like and subscribe to the video. That's all I got for the day. Thank you for playing Dynasty Owner. Good luck on your 2021 chase for the ring, and we will catch you guys next week on the Wednesday live stream. I'm sorry I missed this week. I was trying to get this computer here up and running, and it just did not happen in time, and it really sucks. I love doing the live streams with Tim, Steve, and when Matt gets to join, that's a lot of fun. And sorry I missed it today. I'll make it up to you guys next week, but we'll see you then. Enjoy, guys.